Let's move on now because an Eldorado Park-born businessman is using his hair business and sport to transform the lives of young people and uplift his community. Sheldon Tatchell, the founder of Legends Barbershop, started his business a decade ago with just one clipper, a chair, and a Bluetooth speaker. He's a fitness fanatic and has now taken over sponsorship of a township marathon, an annual marathon held in Eldorado Park every February. And the Legends Township Marathon will be held next year on the 23rd of Feb. And Sheldon is here to talk to us more about what he is doing and using sport, obviously, as a tool. Great to see you, Sheldon, here on SABC. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Nice haircut also.
Of course, yes.
To start
we
there,
have to start it.
We know Legends as a barbershop, but tell us now about you associating yourself with sport.
Yes. Now, I mean, like, it just came so naturally that we're able to go back into our community because, you know, Legends was birthed in Eldorado Park, and there was this township race that takes place annually, and just looking at when this marathon takes place, that it brings the whole community together and has such a vibe around this particular race. And we decided, you know what, let's be part of this race. Let's see how we can contribute and give it the extra sauce that it maybe needs, you understand, from our side. But obviously being able to influence in the township. Our main goal is to encourage the local kids that's in schools, that's in high schools, for them to also participate within this marathon. You understand, there's an initiative that we run in our stores currently where you're able to donate your running shoes or any shoes to a less fortunate kid, and these sneakers will be cleaned up and donated to the kid that will be running on the 23rd of Feb.
Oh, wonderful. That's great. There, I must look in my closet then and see which shoes that I have. So ultimately, I'm sure you also want to keep them off the streets. And what do you hope to achieve ultimately then?
I think the main goal of this marathon is to see how can we make an holistic change within our community, you understand? I mean, this is the first where Legends is part of this. And what we're looking to do is leading up to the marathon, because you know, like, what happens when these races takes place, wherever it is, on the day there's excitement, but then it just leaves from there and there's nothing left, you understand? Where we said that we want to give pre and post, there has to be some sort of impact in the community. There has to be a shift, you understand? And if it's a couple of kids, why not? And our main initiative, our main goal is to see this being a catalyst in so many townships, whether it's Tembisa, whether it's Guguletu, any township that we're looking at uplifting and upskilling that particular community. And
when you talk about uplifting and upskilling, it's not just about running, it's more than that.
It's not about running, it's more than just running. So now we're looking at how we're able to impact their lives. If we come on board and we say, how are we able to impact the kid that's in the school with the resources that we have? Just to give you context, is that we've partnered with Akani Simbini.
How?
Who also is a voice for this, and he would like his foundation to come on board and say that his foundation do athletics clinics within schools, you understand? I mean, like, how amazing is that to see that the kid can dream to become a sprinter one day and run at the Olympics like he did. So these type of initiatives that we're looking to enroll within our communities, just to bring hope, you understand? I mean, if there's hope, then a kid can at least believe for a better tomorrow.
Yeah, and I've seen the work Akani does with his foundation, giving school bags and stuff to his former schools and schools in the townships there. But he's not going to run the marathon, right?
No.
He wants to get it over and done quickly, eh?
He's built for speed.
Are you going to run the marathon,
Of
Sheldon?
course.
Do you run?
Yes.
Are you a runner yourself also?
Yes. I've been running for over 2 years now, and I mean, it has been a totally changed my whole self-look. I mean, I used to weigh about over 130 kg, and I dropped, say, about 35 kgs. And my running journey, I think for most runners, if I'm speaking to most guys out there, it becomes much more a lifestyle, but also an addictive lifestyle, because you're looking forward to the next race. You understand? There's an excitement around being part of the next race and building this camaraderie.
Community,
You understand? And you have this group of guys that's always running, that's always looking. And I think it's so exciting. I mean, what best habit to have, especially if you're looking at changing your goals for 2025. I mean, like, if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, sign up to be part of the Legends Marathon.
Yeah, especially those that are going to start going to the gym in January.
Yes.
They can start going to the gym in January and then run in the marathon. But also, we saw big news recently.
Yes.
You have signed one of the biggest young stars in the country at the moment.
Yes.
Rele Mufokeng is now part of the Legends Barbershop. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no, so exciting, so exciting. I mean, like, I met Rele a couple of months ago, and it was about 6 months ago. And back then, he wasn't as popular. He just broke into the first team. He just broke into Bafana. And he wasn't as popular as he is now. And he says, you know what, I want to be a brand ambassador. And I'm like, okay, you want to be a brand ambassador. But not only that, he wants to be a person that also builds a legacy to buy into a Legends franchise. And he has this big goal of him becoming a business person. And just the way he thinks, I'm like, you know, this kid is on the right trajectory, because, you know, especially with soccer players, once they get in, there's this whole hype, and they get to there and they go straight down after the prime. But I can see Rele is definitely on something special, and that's one of the reasons we partnered up with him, because we can see not only the talent, but the acumen around what he's planning to do with his career.
Is that what you take into account when you decide on the people that you want to get involved with? It's more than just about what you can do on the field or in your field, basically.
Yes, no, and it's exactly that, because for us, it's the longevity around these type of relationships. We want to see these relationships last the test of time, because we want to be associated with people that actually speak and are legends in years to come. So if you see, like, most of the time, like, when we partner with somebody from grassroots level, and couple of years, these guys shot up and became the next Nasty C's of our generations, the next, you understand? So these guys has been able to build something along the journey. And I think that's exactly the type of people that we look to partner up, because we believe in the future of our country.
Just quickly, what has led to this Legends Barbershop phenomenon? Because it is everywhere, and the shops are always full. People literally wait for their turn to cut their hair.
Yeah, no, it's so crazy. I was at the shop this morning as well, and people waited in line. And I mean, for us personally, it goes back to one of the reasons. I think, like, it goes back to the time when I started a business on the side of the road. All I had was a clip and a chair, and always wondered what makes me different from any other barber in my community. And I think not only the skill set, being able to cut, but also being able to build that relationships with your customers, being able to build that rapport. And how I done it was, I had a notebook and a pen, and when I'm cutting you today, I'll make reference to that conversation. Next time you come sit on my chair, I'll be that.
You build a relationship.
Build that relationship. And I think now things has become more advanced, and now when you go into a Legends store, you know at least that barber, you have that relationship with that barber. And I think that's one of the main basically standout factors, besides being the most recognized barbershop across Africa. But just to say this live, I think there's also an element of grace as well within our business, because everything happens for a certain reason. And I think for us, we are just lucky enough to be the most recognized barbershop in Africa, with over 74 locations in 5 countries.
Jeez. I guess that Bluetooth speaker back on the side of the road, eh? Because when you walk into the shop, you can hear the music pumping. But great stuff, Sheldon. You're doing some great work with the barbershop, but most importantly, you are giving back to your community, and we need more people like you, especially in the communities that they come from, to give back also. Thank you for joining us here on Sports Live. Good luck with the Eldorado Marathon, sponsored by Legends Barbershop. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.
23rd of February 2025. We'll keep you updated with what's happening there. Sheldon Tatchell joining us to talk more about that.